What is up, boys? Back again with another video, guys. You read the title of the video. Money isn't as important as it seems. You know, I decided to record this video because basically, back then, I used to care about money so much to the point I asked myself, why do I care about money so much? And what am I using this money for? If you're using the money for actually things that's actually like useful and stuff that are actually good for you, then do it. But like for me, what I was doing was I was working, more hours. I was doing more things to earn more money in return to just buy dumb things. And you gotta ask yourself, like, which is more important to you, time or money? The true reason why I decided to record this video is because I thought about my past and I thought about what happened right now. And basically, I had the choice to go home early or stay for a few hours and clean the shop just for a few hours to earn some more money. But I was thinking to myself, like, I could go to the gym because on Mondays I can't go to the gym because I end work late. And I'm just thinking to myself, I could go to the gym, I could record a video, I could read, I could journal, I could do some better stuff with my free time instead of be at work, make a couple more money, and which is more important to me. And I decided that this was more important to me because although I love what I do for work, you know, I truly love recording videos even better. So, yeah, and I'd rather be in the gym too because I get to grapple, I get to get a good workout in, and it just it made me think back in the times where I used to work because I used to work at a different job. I used to work overtime. I used to, somebody would call and call off and or somebody would go home and they would call me and it's like, yo, you want some more hours? I would work more hours, more and more hours. I was getting a lot of money from that in my check over there, but I stopped to think myself like my mental health was so trash. That was the trash I've ever worked my mental health, bro. When I tell you, bro, morning and day out, the only thing I could do was sleep. All I do was sleep, bro. My mental health was trash. I'll be crying, and my sister, she talked to me and I just broke down because I didn't know what was going on in my life. I felt depressed, bro. It was just suck, and all I did was for money. And I wasn't even using the money to help my family out. I wasn't even using the money to do something productive with it. I wasn't even using the money for investing it in something or doing something good with it. I was using the money for dumb things, eating out, buying some useless things. And the best quote I've ever heard is something I really try to stick through about my life, and that is working jobs we hate so we can buy things we don't need to impress people we don't like. You know, that could be a car that you get so girls can look at you, or you can get more girls, or guys can say, oh my gosh, you got this nice car. And you trapped yourself. Now you gotta pay for that high ass payment just for the look, for that glance, for that validation that we once felt as a kid. We want validation from once we were a kid because we didn't get validation from our parents, whatever it may be. But we still long for that validation, and so we buy these cool things. It could be the car, and we do that when we grow up, and you know now you're trapped in that car payment just because you wanted validation. When in true reality, in life, the best things that we have in life are family, it's health, it's truly things that you truly love doing. And in life, those are the things that's most important. It isn't the things that these materialistic things, because at the end of the day, we are going to die. We are going to die, bro. And none of this is gonna matter. That car you drive is not gonna matter. In Fight Club, it talks about how you're not the contents of your wallet, you're not your khakis, you're not the car you drive. Basically, you're not the house you live in. Basically, we have this materialistic society, and it traps us into, work working more hours, doing more things just so we can get more and more money. Why? To live in this, rat race of a world where we're trying to impress other people that white picketed fence that, oh, he has this, I gotta have that. Oh, he has this, I gotta one up him. And in life, in society, as soon as you're born, you're put into it. As a little kid, you're like, you want that McDonald's toy. Oh, your friend, he has this toy. You ask your dad for that toy. And then once you grew up, you say you're a teenager. Oh, your buddy, he has this car. Oh, you gotta one up him and get this car. Oh, he has this tool, this tool. When you grow up and you're an adult, oh, he has this house, I gotta get this house. Oh, he has this backyard. Oh, I gotta get this backyard. Oh, he got a pool, I gotta get a better pool. And in life, even if we ain't thinking about it, it's always in our subconscious mind that we're trying to live this materialistic lifestyle. And that's why for me, I think the best way to combat that is honestly, once in a while, detach yourself from it and like truly think about the things you're getting in life, buying things in life, spending your money in life, and ask yourself, is this truly something that is worth it, gonna help me grow? Or is it just trying to feed my ego, just trying to make me get that validation from other people? Because it will save you in the future much more time in life. Because we either have two choices. Number one, instant gratification, or number two, short gratification. Let's say that we get that good car. You get that short gratification of people, oh my gosh, congrats. And everybody likes it. Or two, let's say you get that Buns car, but you get less payment in the future and you got less hassle to deal with. And in the future, you got the first car, the one that's so nice, you start to lose feelings for it. And what I mean by that is like, when you first get a car, you're pretty excited to have it, you're running it fast, but like let's just be honest here. Your feelings for it is gonna go down. And once your feelings for it go down, it's not gonna look worth it to you anymore. As first you thought it was gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna be worth it. But in the future, you're gonna think to yourself, bruh, I got this much payment. I gotta do this. I gotta work extra money. I gotta work DoorDash just to make men's eat. Just because you wanted that validation when you could have gotten that buns ass car and you would have been good. But now you're stressing about it. We put these selves in positions, we stress about these positions in life that we put ourselves in just because we want validation, just because we want materialism, just because we want this and that. But at the end of the day, we're gonna die. Memento mori. That's what the Stoics said. And then in Islam, in religion, the afterlife, hell and heaven. That's why, most religion, they think about the afterlife. In Buddhism, it's your reincarnation. In most religions and philosophies, we always keep in mind death because this life is temporary. Truly, the only thing we need is shelter, health, and food, and that's it. Go about our life, try to be the best possible person we can be, and in the end, we're going to see the results of what we did in this world in the afterlife. That's enough for me. Hope that benefited you in some sort of way. Improve your life and be the best possible person you can be.